What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, reviewing today Final Fantasy XV episode Prompto. Before we really begin this video, I just want to say that I find it so interesting watching how this game grows and evolves. With each new patch, we see so much weird random content being thrown in, like monster truck tires for our car. And now, with this latest downloadable content, they've converted the entire experience into a freaking shooter. Of all the characters in 15, none is seemingly more loved than Prompto. His happy attitude and spirit for adventure is something you can't help but smile at, and yet he's a man with a very dark past. By digging into his backstory, we know that he was somehow created in a lab long ago. Up to this point, we never really heard much about these strange origins until now. This DLC follows our hero after an accident leaves him stranded way out in the snow. Soon he finds himself in a mysterious military facility filled with Magitech soldiers looking to kill him. From the moment you turn on episode Prompto, the most surprising thing is this new control style. I was pretty skeptical when I first saw the teaser trailers and saw that it was being turned into a shooter, but it plays really well. Since the main game is rather famous for having some pretty basic fighting, I didn't expect much here, and yet sneaking around these hallways is great. Our hero may be the kind of guy who looks at the bright side of every situation, but he's not afraid to defend himself by any means necessary. As you progress through this maze of locked doors and old research papers, you can find all sorts of heavy weapons. Giant handguns, sniper rifles, and even a fully loaded rocket launcher can be used during this chapter. Sometimes the best way to keep healthy is just staying quiet. Remember that if you sneak up behind these demonic guards, you can snap their necks. All of these new combat tricks work awesome, especially when you're dealing with the few bosses you have to eliminate. Let's be honest though, if you're playing this, it's probably for the plot and not just the cool gameplay. I really can't go too deep into it, because this whole 2-hour journey is essentially non-stop spoilers. What I can say is that we get a deep dive piece of history of not only Prompto, but the world as well. We learn about how these demon armies were first formed, and we get to see a lot more of the main villain, Arden. The epic dragoon warrior, Aranea, even joins us on our quest for a huge part of this mission. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that you get to drive around in a snowmobile and destroy evil robots while listening to all new music. As a whole, I have to say that this DLC is shockingly good. The redone battle system is great, this added plot is fantastic, and you can genuinely tell that the developers are trying their best to bring in completely new ideas. It does kind of make me wonder though, where was all this outside creativity when they were making the original game? If I had any small complaint, it's that I wish we could explore a bit more. There are a lot of invisible walls when you're driving around, and sometimes if you just go past a certain barrier, it'll teleport you back into the middle of the field like it doesn't want you going there. It's a very tiny gripe, so don't let that think that it actually hurts this experience. Okay, so we've heard some good and some bad, but let's over to the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Final Fantasy XV episode Prompto a 9 out of 10. If you're the type of hardcore fan who watched all the way to the end of a review about add-on content for Final Fantasy, you should definitely buy this. It's only $5 and there's by far enough content here to justify the price. Now I just have to hope that later on maybe they patch it in somewhere where I can actually use this combat during the normal campaign. Thanks so much for watching gamers, this has been DreamcastGuy with another review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. We are now halfway done with all the DLC for Final Fantasy XV. Man, I'm so excited for what we have coming next. Oh, hey, I was just playing a little bit of Grand Theft Auto on my Darth Vader PSP. Are you curious what I'm going to come out with next? Well, if you click this button, you'll be subscribed to be the first to know. Also, if you click over here and here, you can see my latest review and my latest top 10. I promise, it was super good. Or it was really bad and I'm sure you can just make fun of me in the comments. Either way, it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching.